Hi, so the next short story that I want to talk about is A Sound of Thunder, which was really interesting because it was like it included the whole time element that in class we talked about how the time capsule, time changing element is kind of a convention of science fiction short stories or prose, sorry, and I really liked this one because it's like in the beginning it kind of foreshadowed what was going to happen. So it when the main character Eccles went to go and he was about to go in, they give him a fair warning like, oh, you mustn't go off this route because if you do, then like everything will change, and they like make sure that the people know it, like, oh, like if you even do one thing, like it'll change everything. And it's kind of, I guess, ironic that that actually happened to the guy. He got off track, and then the butterfly on his foot kind of changed everything. But the author kind of makes it a good point to talk about the life that they're in before he goes into the time capsule, because he talks about the president at the time and then other elements, just like the setting that they're in, and then at the end, almost everything, just flip flops. And I mean, if we think about it, it's kind of a stretch. Like you have a butterfly on your foot, and the president is different, and I mean, obviously, like we couldn't trace something like that to happen, but it's totally possible based on evolutionary, based on evolutionary perspective. But overall, we can kind of make a criticism on the main character being very like foolish, and if we compare it to a Western, a science fictional Western, we can see how the main character in like the Virginian perhaps was so like bold and like looked up to, and Eccles in the science fiction is just like seen as an inferior character who like doesn't really know what he's doing, and kind of just like messes up everything. So that was really interesting how you can see that difference between the protagonists in both types of genres. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover with this short story. I also enjoyed this one a lot, just because it was so interesting to see how evolution is tied into this, and other elements pertaining to that.